Okay, all right. Today I promise I say this every time. I'm going to be really quick with this because I am just actually giving myself a break from a couple of other projects and change it up a little bit. And I love sharing this book. All right, my name is Kate Hansen, and I am the author of You're Strong Enough for This, a real world guide to building resilience and becoming who you were meant to be. Um, I'm going to just jump right in. We left off on finishing chapter 12. So I'm going to be starting chapter 13. It's a quick chapter. As always, as you're listening, if you aren't able to get the book right now, that is wonderful. My goal is for as many people as possible to have access to this information, to some of these tools. You never know what might spark somebody to do something to make their own lives a little healthier. And if you have this book, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It means so much to me that you would use your well-earned money to purchase this book or the ebook. And something I love to do when somebody is reading to me is I love to read along at the same time. There's all kinds of studies about how you take in information differently, whether you're being read to or you're the person reading. So all of it is all good. Okay, so I'm going to start chapter 13. And then at any point, if you are able to join us in the YouTube live, or if you're watching the replay, engage with us, interact, share anything that sparks you, maybe anything that irritates you, or share your experiences. What has worked for you in the past? Because all of us have our own unique wisdom from our experiences that others could definitely use and benefit from. All right, this is part 4 of the book, the final part. And this part of the book is called The Health of Your Relationships. The focus of this part, cultivating strong supportive relationships that amplify your personal power, protect your energy, and contribute to your growth and well-being. All right, so chapter 13, The People Who Matter. The impact of your relationships, support, energy, and growth. The people in your life are like playlists. They either energize you, mellow you out, or make you want to skip the track entirely. Some relationships lift you up like your favorite hype song, offering encouragement, understanding, and you've got this vibes. Others require a little more from you, emotionally, mentally, maybe even physically, but they're still aligned with the values and are worth the effort. And then there are the ones that drain your battery faster than a group chat on 3%, feeding your fears, doubting your dreams, or making you second guess yourself way too often. Here's the thing, every connection plays a role, but not every role needs a reoccurring guest spot in your life story. As you evolve, whether it's through personal growth, new goals, or just realizing you're not available for nonsense anymore, who you keep around matters more than ever. Some relationships will grow stronger, some will shift, and a few might sizzle out completely. That's not drama, that's just development. When you expect and accept these shifts as normal and healthy, part of growth, they feel a whole lot less like rejection and a whole lot more like realignment. Many of my clients have confessed to feeling stuck in certain relationships, like they were obligated to maintain a connection just to avoid the awkwardness, guilt, or emotional fireworks of making a change. But here's what actually happens. Once they decide to set a boundary, limit someone's access, or clearly state what they need, one of two things unfolds. Either that person gracefully exits stage left, or they rise to meet them at a higher, healthier level. The magic? It's in calling your shot. Decide the kind of relationships you actually want. Go find those people and let the rest fall away. No dramatic goodbye post required. When you do that, living in alignment with your values, your goals, and your peace becomes so much easier. Like breathing, but better. No extra energy wasted holding your breath around people who don't get it. This chapter is your nudge to notice who's in your corner, who maybe used to be, and who's just loitering in your energetic space without contributing anything of value. Because your time, energy, and emotional bandwidth, that's premium real estate. Hand out access accordingly. Okay, who's in your inner circle? Not everyone in your life is meant to play the same role. Some people are your ride or dies, the ones who get you, hype you up, and will absolutely tell you if there's spinach in your teeth before a big meeting. Others are more like background characters, kind acquaintances, LinkedIn level connections, or people who once had a front row seat but now belong on the balcony. And then there are the ones that no longer fit the plot of where your story is headed, and that's okay too. I've always been a little obsessed with the power of relationships, probably because I spent so much of my childhood moving. New schools, new friend groups, new social codes. Every time I saw how quickly your circle shapes your self-image. There were the sporty kids, the smart ones, the goofballs, the rebels, the cool crowd, and every time I moved, it was like they came pre-assembled, ready for casting. And what blew my mind was how just one conversation, one exchange could either pull you into a group or completely shift the vibe of it. That's how powerful your energy is. Yet so many of us grew up believing we had to earn a place by conforming. Here's the question we rarely ask. Did you ever check in with, or did we ever check in with ourselves first? Are we still playing a role in certain circles just to keep the peace? One of my favorite things about moving schools was the chance to experiment with who I wanted to be. At one school, people thought I was shy. So when I moved again, I asked myself, what if I'm not the shy one this time? Spoiler alert, I wasn't. And it was freaking liberating. So instead of falling into relationships or staying in them because of their familiar, I want you to get intentional. Don't just let people in by default. Choose them. Create the kind of relationships that reflect the version of you you're becoming, not just the one you used to be. Consider the different types of people in your life. Your people, sorted. No drama, just clarity. Let's talk about the cast of characters in your life. You've probably got a full lineup, but not everyone deserves a starring role. And that's no shade. And that's not shade, it's strategy. Your inner circle. These are your ride or dies, the people you can ugly cry with, dream out loud with, and who clap the loudest when you win without a single ounce of jealousy. Growth oriented people. They challenge you in the best ways, push you to think bigger, and won't let you shrink back into your comfort zone. Acquaintances and friendly faces. You don't spill your secrets here, but they're great for spontaneous chats, fresh perspectives, and adding joy to your orbit. Energy drainers. Ah, yes. The ones who somehow leave you feeling exhausted after a quick coffee. These relationships are all take, no give, or just plain misaligned with your peace. Now, I used to be a card carrying member of the Give Everyone the Benefit of the Doubt Club. I handed out second and third and 12th chances like they were candy on Halloween. And while kindness is a virtue, let's just say I took it too far. I'd sacrifice my own comfort, joy, values, even my confidence, just to lift someone else's up. If someone didn't value me, I assumed I needed to work harder to prove I was worth it. Spoiler alert, they probably didn't even notice. They weren't thinking about me at all, and here I was spinning in mental circles trying to earn space in someone else's world. It was draining and unnecessary, and I wouldn't wish that kind of emotional burnout on anyone. Here's the truth I had to learn the hard way. You are still a good person, even if you don't want to be friends with everyone. When I stopped trying, when I stopped tying my worth to being universally liked, trusted, and included, something wild happened. My confidence skyrocketed. I had more energy, more clarity, more space to focus on the people and things that actually mattered. And then I heard a concept. I don't remember where, but I owe that person a big hug. People do not automatically gain access to you. They must earn access to you. Cue the light bulb moment. You can still be kind, you can still be warm and gracious and wave at people from across the room, and then you can walk away. No obligation, no guilt. A nice interaction, and that's it. No post-convo spiral, no mental replays of what you said. No internal pressure to add someone to your life just because you had one good chat. The pressure to be everything to everyone, that's not noble. It's exhausting and totally unsustainable. So maybe now is the perfect time to just let it go. As we like to say in our community, bless and release. You don't need to cut people off impulsively or ghost your neighbor who once brought banana bread. What a weird example for me to share. It's about tuning in and recognizing who truly deserves your energy and who simply doesn't need that kind of access anymore. How to strengthen the relationships that matter. Once you identify the people who truly support you, invest in those connections. Relationships are healthy, mutual, and energizing. Deserve Relationships that are healthy, mutual, and energizing deserve your time and attention. Number one, be intentional about your time together. Prioritize quality time with the people who uplift you. Initiate meaningful conversations and check ins. Make space for laughter, deep talks, and shared experiences. Number two, communicate openly and honestly. Strong relationships thrive on honest conversations. Express appreciation and gratitude for those who show up for you. Like we assume they know, right? And what's better than saying it out loud, acknowledging that person, even though they don't need it, they're not expecting it. Be willing to have the tough conversations that build deeper trust. That's a big one. I now see honesty, like real honesty, even when it's not all happy and compliments, as truly meaningful because that person's being honest with you. They're being truthful. There's no filters, there's no facade. It's who they are. That's refreshing. Number three, give what you hope to receive. Support is a two-way street. Show up for others the way you want them to show up for you. Encourage, listen, and celebrate the people who mean the most to you. Recognizing when relationships no longer serve you. As you grow, not every relationship will grow with you. Some will strengthen, others will fade, and a few might need to be redefined or released. As you reflect on your relationships, tune into how they make you feel. Do you leave the interactions feeling light or heavy? Seen or small? Energized or emotionally wrung out? The people who deserve a seat at your table are the ones who support your growth, not resist it. If a connection constantly drains you or makes you question your worth, it might be time to set a new boundary and lovingly. It might be time to set new boundaries and lovingly bless and release. Final thoughts. Protecting your energy starts with your relationships. The people in your life should add to your energy, not constantly take from it. But that doesn't mean every relationship will always be easy. Some of the most meaningful relationships require sacrifice, patience, and effort, like caring for a grandparent, standing by your partner during tough times, or supporting a friend who's struggling. Not every relationship is about equal give and take, and some of the most important ones will never be balanced in the traditional sense. This isn't about expecting perfection. Love isn't about ease. It's about understanding the difference between relationships that require commitment and care and those that are built on one-sidedness, manipulation, and negativity. Some relationships are rooted in service, gratitude, and deep values, where you give simply because it's the right thing to do, not because you'll ever be repaid. But the difference between showing up for those who truly need you and allowing yourself to be drained by those who take advantage of your kindness. Surround yourself with those who support your growth, challenge you in a healthy way, and bring out the best in you. In return, be that kind of person for others. Your relationships are either helping you step into your power or making the journey harder than it needs to be. Choose wisely. See, we can make our lives easier when we get intentional, when we acknowledge the power that we do have in changing these situations. All right, as I do at the end of every chapter, I have some reflection questions for you. There's 5 of them. These ones are titled, Who Gets a Seat at Your Table? So I want you to take some time. You can do it now, or if you're watching the replay, just pause after each one or after you listen to these. Take away the questions and spend some time when you have no interruptions, no disruptions, where you can just sit with your own thoughts. and hear what your own inner voice has to say. Number one, who's currently part of your true inner circle and what makes them feel like your people? Number two, which relationships fill your cup and which ones leave you running on fumes? Number three, are you playing emotional contortionist, trying to be everything to everyone? Where could you ease up? Number four, what boundaries, loving but firm, need to be voiced, enforced, or updated? Oh, I'm so excited for people to actually do this. Like, think about this for yourself. It's so important. Last one, number five. How can you be more intentional about nurturing the relationships that genuinely support your growth? All right. That's all I have for you. I appreciate you being along on this wild ride with me on this journey, reading along with me, whether it's with your own book or whether you're just listening or if you have the ebook, all of it. I'm grateful for your time and energy. And I want to hear what you're taking away from this. What are you applying to yourself? What have you learned about yourself? Those are the messages that mean everything, everything. All right. I'm going to leave off there because I have to scoot, but I'm always available. Always feel like you can reach out if you have any questions, if there's anything that you want to share about this book. If you're somebody who's enjoying reading it, tag us, post a picture of you reading the book in whatever your favorite environment is and share it with us and we'll reshare on our social because, we want to brag about you as being one of our readers. All right. Have a great day, everyone.